Hey guys and gals, let's take a look at the Yellow Tusk Elephant by LEGO Monkie Kid, set number 80043. It contains over 800 bricks. So just by first impressions of this box, this doesn't look too exciting, especially for me, because we have some kind of mech thing. We got a little wagon here and stuff, and various minifigures are on the top of the box. So we have Ink General, Yellow Tusk Elephant, Ink Demon, Pigsy, and Mei Power-up. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. And let's take a look at the back of the box. And this set was provided to me by the LEGO group for review, so it should be very interesting. And it looks like a deformed Ravager that you'd see on Minecraft. So obviously the artwork on this box is not making this set look fun. Now, I haven't unboxed it yet or even looked at the parts or even built it for that matter. Well, how is the build going to be? Well, we don't know yet. So let me build it, and we're going to head over to the Lego table and take a closer look. Let's start with the minifigures. Here we have Ink General. We have the Yellow Tusk Elephant, Ink Demon, and we have Mei Powered-up. So she's actually on her little jet board or jetpack thing. This one's holding some kind of, I don't know what you'd call that. We're going to continue on with the torsos. Everything is printed, even onto the back. So that's pretty cool. So nice graphical work printed on the torsos. Finally, we have Pigsy. He's got nice print work for his torso, both on front and back. And, well, he's got handcuffs on him. Why? Because he's going to take a ride in the back of the paddy wagon, or the prisoner transport. I'm not sure what this is called, but it looks pretty cool. Now, it does look fragile, but actually it's pretty strong. So I can just set him in here. Now, you have to have small hands to reach in here and place him in, so I'll just set him in there like that, and you can close the door up. So it's pretty sturdy. When I was building it, it didn't come apart, which was really good. And this end of the chain here just connects to the Yellow Tusk Elephant. So, talking about prisoner transport, let's have a look at the Yellow Tusk Elephant. And this is one ugly beast. So right here we have a set of studs that you can put in the stud launchers. So his nose has two stud launchers. So talking about launching things from your nose, and of course we got these two miniguns on the top here. So the reason why they give you extra studs, because they know you're going to have to pick those up, so that's why they give you extra ones. And yeah, it's a pretty interesting build, but it's pretty ugly. And there's a lot of stuff going on with this. Now, the set did not come with stickers. It wasn't provided to me in the box, so I didn't put the stickers on this. This thing's pretty heavily caked with them. And I wasn't going to wait several weeks to get the sticker sheets, so I decided just to go with it. But nonetheless, it looks good without the stickers as well. So if you don't want to put stickers on yours, there you go. And there's a lot of things going on, so obviously this moves. The head moves around, so he can say no, or he can say yes. His legs move too. I don't want to move them because they're kind of stiff, and I got him sitting flat. I don't want him to fall over or anything. And he's got these little floppy ears with the piercings, so last time I seen gold hoops on something or someone was probably well over 20 years ago. Now it's all about the diamonds and stuff. So, and of course we got the top here where the Yellow Tusk Elephant minifigure can sit in here, so he just can rest right in here. That's where I think he goes. I don't know. I think he just sits in there. Maybe he stands in here. You got me. Don't worry, we'll take a closer look in a bit. Now, this piece here does come off, so I can just show that to you right now. So I think this is supposed to be like his throne area. I was trying to sit him down on this tile, but it doesn't look like he fit on there. And in addition to that, we even have this mech thing. Now if you notice I'm having a hard time getting that out, it's harder to get it back in. So basically you would just set the Yellow Tusk Elephant minifigure in this, you'd close it up and it's got a little mech. And honestly after this set I'm all mech'd out. So it bends and stuff and does this and all sorts of stuff. But putting this thing back in is a pain, so that's why I really never dragged it out. So you have to kind of set it up in such a way. And this is supposed to attach to a jumper plate in here. And I have never successfully ever got this thing to lock in place. Maybe this is going to work. And then this is supposed to set in here like this. And then he starts moving around on the back. So, kind of, I mean, it's kind of sloppy. It's like a hitchhiker in the back there, you know. But, you know, nonetheless, though, it's not too bad. It just, honestly, this thing is really hideous. Well, let's take a closer look. Here's a close-up of the Yellow Tusk and the nose that shoots studs. I wouldn't want anything shooting out at me from that nose. And it does have a few printed pieces, like here's the eyes right here, and those are printed. It has tiny eyes. And there's a close-up of the ears with the gold earrings and the legs and such. Now, putting this thing together, I was kind of skeptical at first, but it's pretty sound, so it's even finished off at the bottom too. I mean, they got that contour going just right there. They just use a part of those hot air balloon pieces and just use it to crown off his belly. Here's the back. This thing kind of moves up and down. I'm not sure what this does. I think it's just for decoration. But here you would just attach the little prisoner transporter cart here. I mean, it's even got a tail that spins around too. You can see the legs are pretty flexible. And one thing I'm thankful for, this is the last of the set that I have to review. So let's take a look in here real quick. So yeah, that does come out, and this also comes out. I'll show you how bad that is. I mean, it's just sitting in there. Okay, and you have to really fight to get that out. So you can see, it looks like you just rest right down in there. But trying to get this to sit right there on this jumper plate is a bit of a chore, and putting the top on. I have never successfully to get that ever to sit in there correctly. And then you're supposed to put this thing on. See, it starts moving around and things just come out, and after a while you get frustrated and you're just like, okay, never mind, I'm done. Now these right here, you're supposed to turn these, and these are supposed to fire off. Now I don't like have to pick those things up. I don't like picking up studs or anything. It's bad enough I do it when I do mocks, so I don't want to do it here. But even up close though, this thing is just rather hideous and ugly. I think that's what its intent is for, is to intimidate you, but don't let the build intimidate you. It wasn't too bad at all. Now for my review and thoughts on the Yellow Tusk Elephant. For build experience, you know, the build started off rather slow. We had to build all these accessories. Then we started building the big elephant. Then it started picking up. Then it started slowing down to a crawl again, and we had to do all the extra stuff here. So I would say that the build experience, well, for me anyways, was average. It wasn't nothing special or anything. It was just an average build all around. It was still enjoyable, just a bit on the average side. Build quality. I didn't really experience anything really falling off the elephant or any of this other stuff, like this cage here. You think that would have fallen apart. No, nothing fell apart. The only thing that would fall off would be the studs you shoot at someone on this. But other than that, I mean, it's pretty sound. It's a pretty sound build. So for me, nothing flaked off. City drop-in value. Could this be dropped in a city? Well, it is self-contained, so if you really wanted to, you could actually add this into a Lego city and just have the Yellow Tusk Elephant just pretty much tear apart your whole downtown area. You could do that, or have it shoot out the windows and stuff, or maybe use it as a police recreational vehicle. I'm sure it'd be fine, but yeah, you could put this in a Lego city. Could you build a mock around this? Yes, certainly you can add on to this, you can improve it, you can integrate this into a display. Like I said, it's self-contained, so you can pretty much put this thing in any kind of display you wish. Now the set is fully playable. We do have 5 minifigures, as well as this prison car and the Yellow Tusk Elephant. All this stuff comes off, it shoots, it moves things around, and yeah, I mean, it's a playable model. Now for me as an adult, I don't really find this really enjoyable to play with. As well as a display piece, I don't think I'd really want to display this unless I was into the Monkie Kid theme. So if you're into the theme, this is a great display piece, and it's also playable. But for somebody like myself, who's more into city suburb type builds, I'm going to pass up on this one. But for me personally, it was a really good build all around. Average to good.